Something that you can honestly probably say no other home has. Let's go into Andy's basement and check out our TARDIS. This was a project for a friend of mine some years back. Every switch does something. It's not always something we can figure out. Much like the original TARDIS, years later, I've forgotten what a lot of switches do, and some of them don't do what they ought to. Let's move in. This is the power board. That's a Mr. Coffee switch right there. That controls the central time core. Use the power supply to it. That's a keyboard from an old Atom computer that I scavenged some years ago. The little strip of silver buttons there are off an Atari XL. There's a lot of hand-cut bits of plastic here. A lot of the switches will activate. Soundboard stuff, or let's see, got a melody generator there. Normally keep that off, that is just too obnoxious for words. Some pacing lights. That's not the one I was looking for. There we go. It controls the speed of the pacing lights. This is a navigation board or some such. I don't remember. It's been a long time. Some of the lights are controlled through there. Now this is a relatively new addition over here. Although it needs some work. We got a little TV in here that a friend of mine scavenged for us. That used to be hooked into the Atari 400 in the base of the machine, but the disk drive's gone hooey and it needs some work. Now you'll recognize this knob from the series. This controls the external interface, that is, the front door. Now you can see pulsing a little meter there. If we can focus up, right there, that's an old test meter from Radio Shack that went hooey. Those are clear push pins. Little map of the Milky Way galaxy there. Now of course this switch controls whether you go backward in time, or forward in time, or stay stable in time. There's a time rotor. But we tried everything we could think of to come up with some method of making that go up and down the way the Doctor's does. But unfortunately we decided just mechanically with what we had available it wouldn't work out that way. So there's a razor motor driving the bottom platen of that spins it around. Some Christmas tree lights on the inside. And that big bit of hardware there on the outside, that's a terrarium that Kevin had. Now the flashing background display, let me turn the time core off. The flashing background display on the wall there, taking a hint from the Doctor's own big round lit things on his wall, I tried to come up with something that would effectively do that. What we settled on were those are the ends of cores from paper rolls from one of the print places that I worked. And that's a set of dancing Christmas tree lights back there on both sides. Unfortunately, they're not exactly in sync, and mutually unfortunately, one of the lines has gone out. But you know, that kind of fits a TARDIS. It doesn't quite work properly. So I think I'm going to turn the time core on and back up out of shot one more time. Let's pause that. Ow! Here's something you don't see every day.